Rose Lavitola is a lady with a remarkable story. From her birth in Argentina to her childhood in Italy and her immigration story to America, Rose has lived an eventful life. And now, let's go back to the beginning.
I happened to be born in Argentina.
Rose didn't get to further her education for more than 4 years of elementary school, due to her mother being unable to afford it any longer.
Well, I was a teenager, was young. But I couldn't go to school anyway, because my mother had no money. I went just elementary school, 4 years, that was it.
Eventually, she had to send Rose away to live with a different family as a servant with the intentions of Rose being able to be fed better than she could be at home. Unfortunately, the exact opposite happened.
The people, her husband used to get drunk. And they used to go in the pants. I can't believe it. They used to make him young. I was young. They made me wash his pants dirty, full of dirt. And my hands would go outside because it was cold. My hands would go all red, like swollen from too much water, because I was young. It was a rough time. So I tried to send to go people's house to make me eat, but they didn't make me eat anyway. They made me wash a husband's pants, all full of When I think about I get sick. Yeah, what I went through when I was young. My mother, my poor mother, what she went through with the 6 kids, she sent them people's house because she couldn't feed them. My mother. She couldn't feed us, so she sent us the people's house to make us eat. They were no good. Bad people. They didn't. I was young. They didn't feed me. I used to go and steal the food. So young. I was a baby. Disgusting what I went through. That's why they made me write a journal. That was a very rough time for me. Mm-hmm.
World War II began in 1939, when Rose was just 14. One day, a bomb rolled right next to Rose's home, but did not go off. Her mother decided it best to go up the mountains to safety.
A war, the second war, that's what I remember. Mostly we couldn't stay home. You had to go up the mountains, no food. I used to get skinny. When I came here, I saw people going to die. They watching. I said, oh, I wish I would have had the food. I got skinny. I was young. Oh, I was starving. No food to eat, nothing. The bomb came right by our home and didn't explode, but we couldn't stay home anymore. We had to go up the mountain to stay there. No food.
In a house?
Wasn't no food, no nothing.
Rose decided to go down the mountains to check on her home and neighbors. What she discovered was horrifying.
Time I tried to go down the house to see if everything was okay, and the bomb came down right by the city hall. Thank God I wasn't there, but the deads were there and the smoke. I couldn't see nobody, and I was going to walk on top of the deads. So 2 German soldiers, they helped me to not walk. They were all dead. Thank God they helped me. So I had to change the street. Otherwise I would walk all over the deads. It was dark, it was real black. I would have walked all over the deads. When I think back home, Mamma Mia, forget about it.
Rose's mother had 6 children. Her daughter, Rose's sister, died a tragic death of the sickness tuberculosis just weeks before her 20th birthday.
She was born, I was born 1925, she was born 1927. 2 years younger than me. So I'm 89, she would have been 87 now. Yeah, that's my sister. Oh, poor thing. She suffered so young. Tuberculosis, that's how she died. Yeah, yeah. That's when I lost my brother, my brother, my sister. Seen a black in Italy when somebody dies, going black for a long time. Ooh. Okay, I read in Italian, all right? La tua stanza tace. That means your room is quiet, tace. La tua stanza tace. Spento è il tuo canto. La mamma di nero vestita. That means the mother in a black dressed alla soglia della tua finestra. On the window, on top of the, like this. How do you call it in Italian, in English? On top of the window.
windowsill?
In Italian, si call la soglia, when you go like this on the window. How do you call it in English? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I gotta show you the dictionary. Okay, let me see. Oh. Tua finestra muta rimira al tremolare delle stelle, ti saluta, oh mamma mia. Tu vivi, anima bianca, vivi nel profumo della giovinezza, vivi nel sorriso dei tuoi 19 anni, 19 years, vivi nel tormento di tua madre, oh mamma mia. Un angelo amico ti colse, circonfusi di azzurro, e il tuo candore ti avviò nella luce dell'eternità, al premio di una giovinezza troncata, e a sera sulla soglia la mamma non piange. Larry, want me to explain in English?
Sure.
Yeah.
A couple years after her sister passed away, Rose's mom decided to move to America with Rose's brother to start their life over. Rose could not join them for some time.
Oh, my mother, she came before me because my brother happened to be born here, and she called my mother. He called my mother right away, and then my mother and my brother, they called my brother, when he was born in America, he came first. Then after he came, they called me, and I had to wait for the certificates from Argentina, because during the war, to go up the mountains, I lost my certificates. And I said, oh, what am I going to do now? I can't get the passport. The bishop helped me with everything, God bless. I got my certificates, and that was it. I could come to go to Naples to give my passport to come here.
Rose has many interesting experiences to tell from her time on the boat on the way to Ellis Island.
Oh, I mean the boat? Oh, on the boat, it was okay. I did eat, but we had to go, was bad time for even on the boat. We had to go in a place where we couldn't move, we couldn't eat, nothing. On the boat too, I went through all that, yeah. And the boat happened there right one day early. And that's why there was nobody there to pick me up here. But some way, somehow, everything worked out. So I was lucky. I'm still here. The days that the boat took was the 9 days or 8 days. I think it was, yeah.
Sausage.
Salam and stuff. Oh, I made sure I hide them.
That's good. Why?
I had salam, sausage, dry sausage. Oh, there, I made sure that I hide it under where I used to sleep. Because it was bad on the boat too, you know. You had to go and stay on your where you sleep, like, you know. So that was good. I hide everything. Nobody touched nothing. Oh, I hide everything. Yeah, I don't want nobody to touch. But I put everything under the bed then when I got on the boat, you know. Yeah, I had the suitcase. I put a boat, no. And I sit down on the bed, so nobody touched anything.
Rose's boat arrived one day early in New York, and no one around her spoke Italian. All she had with her were the salamis in her sleeve and the clothes on her back.
I mean, in New York, yeah. You should, when I got off the boat I ride one day early, and I was crying because nobody was there, and I couldn't talk. Nobody could understand. This boy that he went to Italy to get married, he helped me. God, I always pray for him. He was good. He took me to his mother's house, and his mother gave me clothes to wear, made me take a bath, because my clothes were in a suitcase on the boat. I don't know where. Yeah, so that's on the boat when I came from Italy. Look at that.
The day
Yeah, I had a dressy dress because I didn't know what to wear.
In order to be able to work and communicate with the people in society, Rose had to go to night school in order to learn English.
My mother was here, my brother. They helped me with the job.
Did you go to work?
Yeah, I went to work right away because in Italy I used to sew. So years ago, there were the factories that people used to sew, and that's where I got the job. And the sewing machine, not any easy,
That's good. That's good.
like it was nothing. Because in Italy, I learned to sew. Every day I used to make men's pants, one a day, to make a living. What I was supposed to do was a war, I got to do some. So I did, I learned. That's one thing, I never got lost because the food, always I helped myself. People try, always to make you lose, but I never got lost. Yeah, I went to adult school, tried to learn when they heard about Italy, they made me write a journal, and then they put me in a paper, and then what happened to the paper? I forgot. Oh, it was a rough time. I can't even think everything no more. People used to ask questions. I came here to learn the language. Don't bother me. I used to get mad. Then I was young. I just went through. I knew what to say. Now I try to forget.
In New Jersey, Rose met the love of her life. He was an Italian man who was born and raised in New Jersey. Rose didn't speak English and he didn't speak Italian, but they made it work, and within the year, they got married.
Oh, when I came here, right away, in New Jersey, he was Italian, but he was born here. You couldn't talk Italian, I couldn't talk English. But we made it. Yeah, that's me. One year we made plans to get married and everything, because he was Italian, I was Italian, so we made it about 1 year, that's it, yeah. We had a big wedding at the church, look at that. When I came out of church, well, Catholic church, because I always belonged to Italy, Catholic church. So we got married, was a Catholic church at St. Mary in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
After 35 years of marriage, her husband got very sick with cancer. The doctors decided that there wasn't any longer anything they could do for him, so they sent him home when she helped him until he passed on.
And then he passed away. After 35 years, he had cancer. I took care of him. They sent him home. I took care of him for many weeks, 17 weeks, something like that. So he passed away, and he went to the hospital to take care, to do something. They couldn't do nothing, they sent him home. And I took care of him for so many weeks until he died. Specialists to come and show me what to do. Because at the beginning, I didn't know what to do. I used to put the gloves on, but I didn't know what to do. But I tried, I did. After he died, I took him the cemetery close to me because I wasn't driving anymore, so I could walk. And then when my time comes, that's where I'm going. My name is on. But that's a life, yeah.
Despite all the horrible obstacles that she faced throughout her life, she still is able to smile and enjoy her life.
Oh, I used to cook all the time. I used to come here every year, bring my son, my daughter-in-law, meatballs, lasagna, sausage, pork buns, eggplant, parmigiano. Oh. Drama club?
Yeah, you play the piano.
Oh, yeah,
The drama
yeah. I
club.
played the piano on the stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Old people were there. And they made me play Sorrento and sing. We Italian
She
song.
was an actress.
And that's the way I learned to play the piano. 50 years old. I got my music. I read the music, but I can't play with that music.
She truly is a lady with a remarkable story.